What it is, everybody? It's your boy back with another reaction video. Now I'll be reacting to the PlayStation Showcase 2021 full presentation. I thought about not reacting to this because I did see that they have God of War on this, which I was kind of expecting because I saw when this was coming up. I remember reading some stuff like, "Oh, they on God of War," or they might have God of War because there's rumors, or they might have Spider-Man 2, but then I was like, well, I still haven't played Spider-Man 1. I'm going to get to that. I keep planning on streaming it or recording myself playing it and posting on YouTube. I just every time I get around to doing it, I don't do it. So then I don't end up playing it because I keep procrastinating about recording myself playing it or streaming it. So it's a bunch of games I haven't played just because of that reason. It's probably why I haven't played a game in like 2 years. Well, I was playing, I think early last year, I put on Dying Light for like an hour or 2 hours. But that was because I was downloading the update and I accidentally clicked on it to open it after the update had updated. And then I ended up playing it for like 2 hours. But I had to go to sleep. So I turned it off. But yeah, anyway, let's get into this because this is like 40 minutes, almost 40 minutes. Still, I'm curious, like how many of these are gonna be just on PlayStation 5? Because I saw, I think like a week ago, that they're going to stop doing the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 games where you can download either one. It's going to be exclusively on PlayStation 5, and I don't have a PlayStation 5, so keep sounding like, well, I'm trying to see. I'm trying to wait until it becomes easier because my PlayStation 4 hasn't broken, and I'm the type of person that I will literally play a console until it stops working. That's why I have a PlayStation 4 because my PlayStation 3 stopped working. I actually sent my PlayStation 3 to get fixed, which it did, and then like a year later, it stopped working again. So I just didn't send it back to get it fixed after. I was like, fuck it, it's just done. I still have it because I was like, maybe I'll send it back to get because I had one of those big fat ones, so I can as it's backwards compatible. So I was like, really didn't want to get rid of it. I don't think I have any like plugs or anything anymore. I don't think I might have them somewhere, maybe in my drawer that I just put all my electrical stuff or electronic stuff. Everybody has a drawer like that where you're like, I don't remember what this goes to, and you just throw it in there, or you know where it goes to, but you just throw it in the drawer where you have a bunch of plugs and thumbnails. The thumb drives or just random cords, and you look at it like, what the fuck does this go to? You don't even have the TV or the console or whatever computer that it went to before anymore. But yeah. So I was planning on getting a 5. I don't know. I was waiting to see if they come out with a better one. I know they recently came out with another one, but that's lighter. I don't really care about the weight, but I saw reviews about it. I don't really usually care about reviews, but when it comes to actual like consoles or like physical things like TVs or keyboards, stuff like that, laptops, I usually listen to what people say when they get stuff. And I know they took out part of it, the cooling system or something. But anyway, it was basically making the machine run hotter than it was for, and that was the issue with the PlayStation 4 and the 3, if I'm not mistaken. It ran hot, and especially PlayStation 4 and 3, because those motherfuckers, that fan kicks on and it is loud as fuck. Because I know my PlayStation 4 a couple years ago just started turning itself off because it was overheating. And then I said, I need to open this thing because I've never opened it, and cleaned it out. And I bought some thermal paste. Didn't put it in there because I was afraid I was going to break it. because I was trying to unhook the what's it called, Blu-ray, I think it was called, from it, and you had to unhook that to get underneath it to get to the where the thermal paste is. And I was just, it wasn't unhooking, and I was afraid I was gonna force it and break it. And I was like, and I'm gonna have a PlayStation 4, not to get another PlayStation 4. So I just stopped and I just cleaned it out and blew like all the dust. It has so much dust in it. It was ridiculous. It was, oh man. And then when I blew out dust out, it was fine. Didn't make loud noises anymore when it was loading. It did when I went to the PlayStation, got on PlayStation Network or the PlayStation Store. It made a really loud noise once, and then that was it. The first time after I cleaned it and got on PlayStation Store, the fan turned on like really loud, and I was like, oh, that didn't fix it. I cleaned all that dust and wiped inside of it, but then it went off. It went quiet back down, and it's been perfectly fine ever since. And then I've been like cleaning it like every. You try to do every 6 months, but usually I think last time I cleaned it, 8 months went by, and it wasn't anywhere near as much cup of. Before then, I had it for like 4 years. I hadn't cleaned it, so you imagine how much dust was at. But anyway, let's get into this. All right, here we.
I'm Jim Ryan, President and CEO of Sony Interactive Entertainment. Welcome to the PlayStation Showcase. At PlayStation, we believe
Does he have an accent
in setting the benchmark for creativity and excellence in entertainment.
or a foreign accent? Because I thought he was American. I was like, he had an American accent, but that was
Technology in
almost British.
development teams to build more exciting, immersive, and compelling worlds, showcasing their creative vision as storytellers. We've never been more grateful for the PlayStation.
I got Ghost of Tsushima. Still haven't played that.
So thank you for
I bought that.
allowing us
I
time
think
to share some of
3 months after it came out, maybe 4 months.
So without further ado, let's look at some new and amazing games.
That Last was Part 2. Still haven't played that. I bought that mainly because people were talking shit about it. It was like, it can't be that bad. Still haven't played it though. Did that say Lucasfilm? Or they just came out with a game, what, a couple years ago? Or last year? Oh, is this Knights of the Old Republic? Are they doing a remake? Okay. Remake of Knights of the Old Republic. Okay. I didn't actually play this game that much. I played it over a friend's house, and then he let me borrow it, and I had it for I don't know, like 3-4 months, and I didn't even play it that much then. And before he ended up moving, and I had to give it, he asked for it back. What is this? This Final Fantasy or something? Oh, I get that ass shot. She kind of thick though. Yeah, get the in between the legs shot. Who directed this? Like I mean not Zack Snyder, but Josh Whedon or Michael Bay, or I guess really any '80s or '90s director. Okay, she's in space now. She's tough. It looks good. The fuck? Okay, what is this, Resident Evil in space? Okay, this is a Chinese game. I don't know. China seemed to be getting away from the games, video game, with that little law they made up recently about minors can't play games for more what 3 hours and only on the weekends. Oh, this is Japanese. It kind of sounds Japanese, or maybe it's Japanese. Yeah, this is Japanese. Got a new waifu now. She is. I mean, I keep pointing it out, but they keep showing it. Like she's she was well endowed. Okay, I like the sword fighting on there. Yeah. For a second at the beginning, I thought it was Bayonetta, which is a game I've never actually played. I've watched people play it. What's with all these tentacle monsters? I know some people gonna be some that hentai creators are like, like they like tentacles like in the game, so it's not like I'm just making bullshit up. Is this Final Fantasy? What is this? Okay, or like an anime version of Dead Space. Okay, that was cool. That's going so fast, my eyes couldn't quite follow what was going on. Okay, cool. She kind of cool. I like her. I mean, I liked her before, but I like her now even more. She can kick ass. Damn. It's like a anime version or Project Eve, anime version of Attack of the Colossus. We got another waifu. That's why I was like the outfit, the legs look weird, but then I saw that skull. I was like, okay, I like this outfit. Gearbox software.
Darkness washes over the land. Dun, dun, dun. The Dragon Lord has returned!
Fools! Your party of heroes can't stop me.
Who's ready to rickety roleplay?
This is Borderland. It kind of looked like that type of like artwork, but very much like anime. I don't know. Maybe it's that music making me feel that way. I might have to mute this because this or turn the volume down way down because this music might be copyrighted. What the fuck? Do giants live in this world?
Tina, why are there guns in a fantasy world? And I am just so glad you asked because shut up your face and get shooting!
I've actually never played and like I don't know if this board. It just looks like the same artwork, but never actually played any of those games. But I guess I mean I played like the Walking Dead video games, so it's the same type of artwork like that, uh, pencil shading type artwork.
You ready, newbie?
Time for character sheets, baby!
Tiny
All right,
Tina's.
no end credit scene here. This ain't no super duper hero movie.
2022. I mean, it looked cool, but it didn't really pique my interest enough to go out and buy it. Square Enix.
I'll let you in on a secret, but I'm a pretty big deal.
Oh, okay. The Bully Teen.
I promise we'll go somewhere that loves cats.
Oh, okay. You kind of sold me already with the cat.
No more fights.
Was she about to commit suicide? Did she commit suicide? Is this heaven? She had the 10 rings on one arm.
Wait, stop! Stop!
It looks pretty. Is this Final Fantasy?
Who's there?
That voice sounds familiar.
I swear to God, asshole, show yourself! Where are you?
I almost feel like that voice doesn't go with where she looks, but
Okay, so let me get
you didn't know that was on your arm?
somewhere that's not what I would call Earth. I'm seeing freaking dragons and
Okay, it's like a fish out of water experience.
I just moved it with my freaking mind. Yeah, okay.
Okay, that look cool. I definitely would want to go back to Earth. I could do this shit. I'm like, I'll stay here. That well, it's not a lot of people here. Like, I'm good. That's actually a plus. Kind of reminds me of I guess you could say the Infamous series. The way she was like shooting at things out of her hand. Except I think the parkour looks better in this than in that game. They need to do some more with that, or remake something, or continue that series. I know they did Infamous 2, but that was a while ago. That was like early PlayStation 4. The Forspoken? My brain want to say Forsaken so bad with that.
No name for a demon. I am the one you seek, the one and only Tanta Sila.
Let me guess. She's playing like she's bad, but she's actually not. She's gonna actually help you.
For decades, Team Rainbow has been the shield.
Oh, I was for a second. I was about to say Metal Gear.
Hostage
It's,
situations.
what was it Rainbow Six game? I haven't played. Our last Rainbow Six game I played was Vegas.
Our world has ever known.
I think I remember when it's like a zombie thing that they decided to spin off into its own game. I've seen people online play this, like with the zombie in whatever games before this. I don't remember, but like I said, I don't play this game, so I don't know on top of my head.
We want a shot at tomorrow.
And then I guess it did well enough to where they was like, well, shit, just make a whole game devoted to zombies.
Has won.
People always say, "Oh, we're tired of that. It's overdone, cliche like audience or whatever, like for to put zombies and stuff." But then if you do it well or you make it unique, people love this shit.
Enter the unknown.
Now look at Dying Light. Hey, people love it. I mean, pretty much they did zombies and then added parkour to it. Like your character could do parkour.
You'll be left behind.
So it's like, And of course, some of the other zombies can do kind of parkour, but not as good as you or the main character. So like it's just like if you have zombies, if you add some type of unique mechanic to it, people love it. So I mean, yeah, if you just hit all of the zombie tropes, yeah, it's gonna be generic or whatever. But if you make it, you can make it cool. People seem to still like zombie stuff. Still seem to sell. Epic Games, Remedy Entertainment. Fuck is this? Oh, is this Alan Wake? I've actually never played that game. I've seen it. I remember my brother was talking about it years ago, but I've never actually played it myself.
Last night I woke up to a nightmare. I was missing a week.
I remember reading like reviews for this, and they said the gameplay was kind of repetitive. Which I mean, you really think about it, every game is kind of repetitive in some way, shape, or form. But the story was actually really good. So I've seen reviews was that the story saved the game, but even though the game was really competitive, or repetitive. But they're doing a remake. Maybe they changed some stuff. It looks better from me. From like I said, I've watched people play it. Not the whole game. He said, "My name is Alan Wake. I'm a writer." That's it. Oh, it comes to October. Oh, this is gonna be on both PlayStation 5 and 4. Maybe I get it. Oh, this better not. Oh, fuck. I was like, this better not be GTA 5. Like, I guess. I mean, I can't like you know, I guess look down on Naughty Dog for this. If people keep spending money on it, they gonna keep pushing it. So I can't. I can't be like, well, you need to just put a GTA 6. Even though this game is awesome, like the story is great. Like I want actually want to play through it again, like either streaming it or just record myself and post on YouTube. But I do want to play because I've beaten this game maybe 4 times. I know 2 times back to back. Like I finished it and immediately started playing it again. But and spent a little bit of time online. But yeah, people complain about, oh, where's GTA 6 coming out? Like when people stop spending money on GTA 5. This is okay. They in Tokyo, zombies, something. Anytime you see that, it's something with the undead. Oh, wait a minute. I've seen this before. It's called Tokyo something. Oh shit. I thought I saw my camera stop move because it's been cutting off. It hasn't cut off in a little while, but I gotta check it sometime if I think I seen the light go off because it'll go off and come back on. Oh, stab through the what the fuck? You know it's serious when he says nigh instead of near. Kind of reminds me of Control. Oh, I just slept my woman. What was that? Oh, it's Ghostwire Tokyo. Okay, I was like Tokyo something. It's Ghostwire Tokyo. It looks interesting. Usually, I'm not a huge fan of the first person type view games, but Dying Light kind of changed my mind on that. But I'm still skeptical in games like that. Oh shit, Marvel.
Guardians.
Oh, it's Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay. I'm actually interested in playing this. The more I see of this game, the more I'm actually want to play it.
Wishes to share it with you.
It did kind of like I didn't like. I heard that you only play as Star Lord. I don't know if that's 100% true, but I was like,
What's wrong with you?
Oh, I think. Yeah, I think I'm having a heart attack.
Cease this at once.
Osmo!
he just like cease this.
During that ritual with the priest.
Oh fuck, you dealing with cultists?
It was like they were drinking funky juice or something.
Or join the cult.
Cultists on Earth are horrible, but cultists in space, 10 times worse.
Hey, World Mind, long time no see.
That dog communicate telepathically?
0.3%.
Is that bad? It sounds
Yes,
bad.
sounds it's pretty bad.
I hope you've got one hell of a speech plan, Peter.
That makes two of us.
Oh wow, you can. I think I saw this before when you can fly in space, control the spaceship. This music, I had to mute this too.
Rejecting the promise.
I'd make it turn the volume down really low.
Worthy, and you must be destroyed.
That looked kind of cool. I was making me think. I was actually thinking about buying Marvel's Avengers
The Milano's on her way.
recently because I saw the Black Panther gameplay come out. And I was like, it made me want to get because I had no interest in that game before, but that made me actually want to get it. Oh, is this what is it? Vampires Masquerade? I'm assuming. I see vampires. Like it makes me think of that game. Yeah, okay, it has to be Vampire. I was like, it can't be that other game, Vampire. That game didn't have factions, if I remember correctly. That's kind of cool. Nosferatu. Hmm. You know what? One of the funnest, actual like vampire type games I played was it was the Infamous 2, I think it was, but it was like I forget the name of it, but you get turned into a vampire. Cole McGregor turns into a vampire. And Blood Hunt. And you get like new powers. Oh, you can play as vampire hunters. Interesting. I don't think was there vampire hunters in those other masquerade games, but Cole McGrath was a vampire, and that was one of the funnest vampire type games I ever played. What is this, Deathloop? It looked like the same masks those people wear on there. Yeah, it's Deathloop. Okay, I recognize the voice.
The Visionaries. 8 geniuses who painted up a prison and named it Freedom. Locked us all in one repeating day. Their eternity. An endless party that you can never leave.
Oh, that sounds awesome, but it sounds like it kind of sucks as well. I mean, I'm an introvert, so that does suck.
Place is supposed to be unforgettable. A bunch of spaced out science nerds, brainwashed cultists flinging bombs, whatever these guys are doing, all spewing eons of bullshit. How come I don't remember shit? This party island hangover is none my thing. My thing is answers. Who are these people? What do they want with me? Why is she always one step ahead? Come on.
She's just good.
Put this together.
I'm like, why do I have superpowers?
Built this place. Somebody's sending me these messages from the future, the past, whenever. And some
I like how confused he is.
out here. Is this a contest for them? Some type of experiment? How does this time loop work? Does anybody remember? Why is everyone wearing a mask? Right. What people notes anymore? Who am I?
It'd be funny. That's like his daughter or sister or something.
Is that? Damn, I look good.
Head of security?
I've imagined myself a way out.
Okay, was he used to be part of this and now it's like he lost his memory? He's like, I don't want to be part of this anymore? Joking. I like the creative ways to kill people. Like make you strategize and change up different ways how you go about killing people.
This time loop before it breaks me.
Oh, this comes out September 14th. I did not know that. Did it say it was only on PlayStation 5? Oh, this takes me back. Tracking from fucking VHS and SP. God, I hated that. I tried to watch like a VHS, I think it was like 5 or 6 years ago. And it was really bad, tracking really bad. And I was like, how did I watch stuff like this back then? It's like now that I don't have to deal with it, I know I don't have to. So it's like watching it now. It's like kid amnesia exhibit. It's like it's like watching. I was like, I can't look at this. I was like, it annoys me now. Even though I grew up with that. Like DVDs didn't even come out till I was like a teenager. My early teens. Been through the desert on a horse with no name. It feels good to be out in the rain. In the desert. It's one of those real artsy games. Was her eyes different color? Does she have what's it called? Like heterochroma or something like that. Karama. Oh, she could just teleport like her consciousness into animals? She's Vixen? I mean, well, Vixen can take the abilities of animals in DC. That's DC character. Okay, she's Hawaiian? Her using that thing reminds me of Breath of the Wild. Interesting. It looks pretty. Yeah, crabs love that. You just walk up and just start rubbing on them. Like they're dogs or cats or something. Thieves sin. What is this, like a remaster or something? Lost Legacy was actually a really good game. Like I did not expect them to like some side game after Uncharted 4 come out for them to pay that much attention to like a basically a DLC game. But it was actually really good.
Obsessed with this treasure. It's what they deserve.
He just do Uncharted 5 and just have his daughter as the main character. Like she was with 14 the last time we saw her, just age her up. Bitch, she's like, what was Laura Croft's age? Like 18, 19 in the first, whenever the remake of that. Just have her as like the new Uncharted game. And you can bring in, and Nathan Drake can be the, he can be the, why am I forgetting the character's name? The old guy from that, I'm forgetting his name, but he can be that character because he was old in like what his 70s, still jumping up and fighting and climbing and shit. So like, hey, Nathan Drake could do that. They can bring in the people from Lost Legacy to have them older. Everybody's in I guess 60s. I don't know, because Nathan was what, his late 30s when his wife got pregnant. So he would have been in his early 50s and at the end of Uncharted 4. Okay, Marvel. Okay. Is this Wolverine? I see the hairy forearms and the cowboy hat and the flannel, and it makes me think of Wolverine. It's Wolverine. Look at they showing his knuckles. Yeah. I like that he did all that, and this guy gets up as like, I'm still alive. I can get him with a knife. Marvel's Wolverine. Okay, so we'll see. Maybe I guess they doing the similar thing they did with Spider-Man. Maybe it'd be cool. I mean, there's been cool Wolverine games, so somebody need to do a damn Superman game. Like shit. I don't care. Like, oh, it's difficult. It is not difficult to do. Like, you don't need to make him invincible. You know, I'm not talking about the comic book invincible. Like, you don't need to make him. Like, you can do a story and just have him hurt. Like, it's a video game. Of course, you're gonna get injured. Like, come on. If you play a Superman game, it's like, oh, how come he's getting hurt? Like, it's a fucking video game. Like, that's how. I say this because I kind of want Insomniac to get like the rights to do a Superman game. It can be done. It's just I think maybe people don't think it's interesting. He's an interesting character enough to do it. Maybe it's just hard to do it and stay true to what Superman is. I don't know. I don't think it is. I think it's more the popularity thing. Like Spider-Man, Batman seem to be more popular, and Wolverine's more popular nowadays. It's probably easier to do those characters than like a Superman. Is this Gran Turismo? I haven't played a Gran Turismo game. This shit. It's I don't know. It's probably been 20. It may have been more than that. I was never really a big fan of these games. I don't know. The cars just seemed very stiff to me. I was more of a burnout type game player. If I did play like a racing game, I got the crew. I got the crew and the crew 2. Cause they were like on sale. So I was like, I kind of wanted to play a racing game. So I was like, I get these, and I still haven't played them. I bought them, I think, early last year, and I still haven't played them. These games always look pretty. I give them that. I mean, like I said, I haven't played it in decades, but they always look like very realistic. Like the cars and the environment, and everything always looks realistic. Yeah, I was about to say it's basically a car simulator. It's a real car simulator. Goodman Street.
For as long as I can remember, I have looked for an equal.
Damn.
One who could push
Okay, Spider-Man 2.
one who could surprise me.
This Craven's voice.
One who could even beat me.
Okay, they got both of them. Man. That was kind of fucked up.
His disappointment.
This sounds like Craven the Hunter's voice. Like it would be Craven the Hunter, the accent.
Finally give me what I desire.
Okay, that's Venom. Yeah, yeah. Huh. Maybe it's both. Because that was definitely not Eddie Brock's voice. Unless they changing his ethnicity or something. Or nationality. That sounded like Craven the Hunter is gonna be in his and Venom. Because the way he was talking, like I've never heard Venom talk like that. Like he's looking for a challenge. Usually that's like a Craven the Hunter thing. Oh shit. God of War. I like his new outfit. His little fur on. Oh, that Atreus. He's going out hunting by himself now. Boy. Okay, he's a bit older. He's like what? 14, 15?
The prophecies say Fimbulwinter leads to Ragnarok.
Got a little more bass in his voice.
My story doesn't end hiding in these woods. I should be out there, finding out who I am, who Loki is.
I will not allow you to pick a fight with gods.
I don't want
You'd want to talk. I guess you would know.
answers.
And if those answers lead to
She's still trying to kill this dude for killing her punk ass son Boulder.
do not what, Mother Watty.
You don't seem to know either.
I'd recognize that dour expression anywhere.
Ain't nobody try to get this dude a new body.
Tricks up his sleeve we haven't dared to consider.
What if there was someone who could help us?
You mean Tyr, the old god of war in these lands, who is dead.
Well, for a dead man, Odin seemed pretty keen on seeing he wasn't found.
Oh, they looking for the god of war in Norse mythology. Huh?
Come in.
Yeah, last time they saw him, he was shorter than them.
We're trying to stop Ragnarok, to help people.
Fuck.
The only way to do that is war.
Yeah, aren't that kid?
It's not the only way.
Stop thinking like a father for a moment and start thinking like a general.
Oh, psh. He that boy. You don't want me to start thinking like that. Damn. Oh, so you just have the what's the blaze of chaos? Shit.
In moments of crisis,
Centaurs? Okay.
nothing. Harness it.
Good shot. That's the Centaur's weak spot, the gut. Okay, I want to see Atreus do more magic stuff in this one. Like he's getting more hold of his abilities.
Are you coming with us?
Oh shit. Tyr, big boy. Kratos looking at her like, "Hey, I still smack your big lanky."
Well, some of them.
Oh, a black person? Interesting. I wonder how many people gonna be like, "Oh, forced diversity again. This is supposed to be realistic." Oh, I guess that's it. That just ended abruptly. And she has braids. Ugh. Stop forcing your diversity down our throats. Oh, I made fun of it, but I've actually seen stuff like that. I was like, God, you made a whole video about this? Like, sheesh. But, like, I don't have that much hate in me to just make a video about that. About this fantasy world or something that doesn't exist, and they have someone that isn't the ethnicity that you think they should be. But oh, that look cool. That God of War stuff. I was because when I saw that, I saw like a thumbnail of I was oh, they're showing God of War. Was it? Is it 6? I know. I guess it's not a reboot. I guess it's kind of like it's not even really like a soft reboot because they acknowledge that Kratos, his past actually happened. He even has the scar on his stomach when he got stabbed by Zeus. So like is that all that shit happened as far as I mean they haven't said oh this didn't happen or some of these other side games didn't happen but the main story arc happened but as far as we know all that shit is canon and then he left after pretty much the apocalypse of I'm assuming Greece only since they the only ones that worship those gods so it's like only like when you kill all the gods of Greek mythology it caused the apocalypse for only Greece because they're the only ones that worship. But you have what was I lost my train of thought. But as far as like the continuity seems to still follow that into this new story with Kratos and having fathering his son, which is spoiler alert if you haven't played the game. His son is you know what I won't say. They kind of I guess they said it in the trailer, kind of. Even though I mean like fuck it. His son is Loki, the god of mischief. Kratos is the father of Loki. Unless they come out in this and said like Loki isn't actually his son. I forget his mother's name, but she was a frost giant. Like she was already pregnant when she met Kratos. Like if they go in that direction, but yeah, I would like to see. I'm interested to see if how that series goes. Like if Atreus takes Kratos' place and like, Kratos gets older and I guess still have him. He's still technically him. He's I guess he's still I mean he's not technically he is the son of Zeus. So you say well his godhood he's not a god anymore, but it seems to have his godhood seems to have rubbed off on him because he has super strength and he doesn't age quite as quickly as other people because he'd have been dead a long time ago. But they could have him a little bit like older and Atreus as an adult, and maybe Atreus takes over as the God of War, and maybe the franchise can go in that direction. Same thing I said with Uncharted, like with Nathan Drake's daughter. You can kind of have her take over. Now, the only thing about that is it may be compared to the Tomb Raider franchise a bit much because you got a female who is now the protagonist of basically an Indiana Jones story. you know. But I mean, she's doing a lot of things. The only thing is they have a lot of climbing in Uncharted. They ain't have that much climbing in Tomb Raider. I mean, they introduce a bit of it, but nowhere near as much as like because that's kind of like a staple for Uncharted, the climbing shit. You climb somewhere and then you fight a bunch of people. You travel over a nice little distance, climb again, fight a bunch of people, and then rinse and repeat. And then forward, they said, well, now you're going to drive and then climb and then shoot a bunch of people. But but yeah, I like to see where that goes. I know when a character is beloved, like Kratos or Nathan Drake, stuff like that, and then you start trying to age them out and having a new character replace. So DC's doing that with like Superman now, with having Jonathan Kent, his son, or John Kent, kind of replace him as the new Superman. I mean, he's still Superman, but he's really his own character, with his own different beliefs. I mean, a lot of stuff, of course, rubbed off on him because Clark Kent raised him, but in Lois Lane, but still, he's his own individual person, and so he's gonna have different feelings and different beliefs about certain things other than what Clark believed. But when you, it'd be interesting to me to see where they go, like because I know with people when you get attached to a character and you like, I don't want to see anybody else as the main character other than this person. Like I don't want to see anybody but Nathan Drake, or I don't want to see anybody but Clark Kent or Superman. Or I don't want to see anybody but Kratos. Especially now if they do another God of War and they said they age Atreus up more. He's in his early 20s. He's a much more battle hardened individual and able to go on his own adventures on his own. He don't need his father's help. You could still have him badass. I mean, you could have, Kratos come in, maybe, but not like, but it is Atreus' story, you know. Maybe they'll do a thing because I know at the end of the last God of War game that they were talking about like going to like what was it, like Japanese mythology and Egyptian mythology, stuff like that. And they fighting. I guess they were, I don't know, they were like testing the waters to see like, oh, people will be excited to see like, oh, Kratos just going around with Atreus now and just literally just killing gods or getting into a situation where he goes somewhere and God's like, what the fuck you doing over here? Like, we know what you did to the gods over the Greek gods. And then we know what you did because I imagine he's going to do the same thing to the Norwegian gods, the Norse gods. So, like, if I was a god in any other mythology and he all of a sudden shows up in my land or where the people who worship me, my first thought would be like, I wouldn't even be like, what is he doing here? Like, kill him. Like, I don't, like, no, because he went into Norse land or Norway, wherever the fuck he's supposed to be at, and Norse land, and was living a pretty much peaceful life. Now he got fucked with those guys, so that was really on them. So I guess he was like, oh, maybe we don't fuck with him, then maybe he'll leave us alone. I guess if I was like trying to think like Egypt, who was like the highest god in like ISIS, or maybe ISIS or what, but I just if I was whoever's like the top guy what other guys listen to, I'd just be like, don't fuck with that guy. Either I'd be like, if he starts fucking and acting out and killing, I'm like, okay, kill him. But If he seems to just be living a normal life, he's not trying to bother anybody. I'm like, okay, let him be. Just don't fuck with him. Don't no one go talk to him. No, I don't want any guys within 100 miles of his location. So wherever he's at in our I guess domain, I don't want any guys within 100 miles. Like because he might see a guy and just a switch flip, and he goes into murder mode, and now he's trying to kill everybody. So I like don't fuck with him. But yeah, like I don't mind. Like I mean, the story is good. It's good. Like I don't have any allegiance to. I don't want to see anybody but Nathan Drake, or Kratos. Like if it's a good story and they continuing it with like Atreus or I forget Nathan Drake's daughter's name or her, it's maybe perfectly fine. They can continue it with her and then age those characters out and then you can keep going and doing new thing until I guess you get to the point where like we can't. Like, what can we really add to this that we haven't done already? And then you just end the series and like, okay, well, that's it. Maybe somebody later on down the line can either reboot it or remake it, or probably more like a reboot, and they probably more like start it over again with and just do something new with it, or try to do something new with it. But yeah, I like to see like their characters develop into adults and then see them go on their own type of adventures. But Deathloop look good. I'm still interested in that game. Spider Man. I know that I ain't really think they was gonna have any gameplay for that, so which I wasn't surprised. But they showed this, so they have Venom. I'm assuming it's Venom and Craven, because like the way that person was talking at first sounded more like Craven than Venom. So maybe Craven is going. Didn't Craven beat Venom or something like in like a fought or something? I know Craven beat Spider Man in the comics before and like buried him, and then became Spider Man for a little while until Spider Man came back. So yeah, I don't think they're gonna do that because they have Miles Morales in this as well. But it sounds like they're gonna have from the voices like they're gonna have Craven and Venom. What else? That other game, I don't. What was it? Was it Project Eve? That looked actually pretty good. More like it definitely looked like a Final Fantasy or what's that other game? The chick with like she has like I don't know a blindfold over her face or something. It started with an N. I remember. And people, I remember looking at something. Apparently, there's like I don't know if it was an achievement or the character says something like you look up her skirt or keep looking at her ass. She'll like says, "Oh, you'll get like an achievement that says like, you were staring at her ass." So people can look at your achievements on or got trophies on PlayStation and see that you were sick staring at her ass. Oh, but I never actually played that game, but I heard pretty good things about it. So maybe I'll get it one day. But it's actually pretty good. Pretty good showcase. So if you liked my reaction though, make sure you hit that thumbs up button down below. Make sure to subscribe if you're new here. Hit that bell if you want to be notified when I upload new videos. Comment down below. Share this video. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.